Oh, that's interesting. That just tells you all these are walled off. That's very interesting. Oh, what's even more interesting is that all the bombs have already gone off. How very interesting. Incredibly interesting. Hmm. You know what's even more interesting? It looks like each of these stars is only going to be able to get like one of these cats, which means you got to use the walls to like plan out how they're going to connect. And the thing is, I think they have to go straight because if you try and like bend around, then this one's going to have to go around here and then like it just seems a lot simpler to like do it this way. But then again, you got to do a wall off here, which is going to create some interesting dilemma. So how to properly start this? I think I would want to try and start by figuring out like how you bend this one around. It seems easier than like starting this way, I think. Because one thing I can really try and do is like build it all the way here and then try and go out this way. Then simply like start like this, build around like this, and then wall it off here. Yeah, that's a good way to start. And then what do I do with the other wall here? I guess I could just put it any way I seem fit. Yeah, because it won't matter wherever I put it. Yeah, it will not really affect anything. Except maybe I can use it to help me. Because I could, like... Yeah, if I do this, then I could, like, go down and around. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, this is cool! Oh, this is very cool! Oh, I like this puzzle. This puzzle is cool. Very, very interesting. I gotta get you out. Get you out. Yeah, there's the Dungeons and Diagram strat where you gotta first, like, branch it out. Oh, that's fun. Looks like you're gonna have to go up a little. Oh. Very interesting. Gotta go up around here. Can I do the 6? How about this 6? You can still do this 6. Oh, that's what those were for. I feel like I did a few things wrong with this upper section. But I really like the lower section. Like, I really, really do like that section. I do. I feel like this is the starting no matter what with this path. So if that's the case, maybe I can do something based on that, like info. And in fact, while I'm down here, maybe I can also prove to you why it does that. Yeah, see, so look, this is the start. Now immediately, just like Dungeon and Diagram logic, you would have to make these go out some way, which would then instantly fill these out. And then you have the same problem again where you have to make them all come out one. And then you gotta make them come out again. And I think I can actually branch out you, and then I know there's gonna be one wall at least here and one wall at least here. But the rest I cannot do. So that is why that has to start that way. However, I don't know what else you can do from here now. Why is there 8 like that? 6, 7, 2, 4? Oh! Now I can do this 4! Dungeons and Diagram strats. Look at this. You gotta branch it out going down here, which means you gotta add a wall here, which means you're going to have to instantly put this X here again to create another empty space of a path. Oh, man, I am loving this. Then you gotta do this, which means you gotta wall off this area. And there are too many things you could deduce here, but you can go this way, which is very, very interesting. And then you gotta go this way, which means that You're going to have to wall this. You're going to have to make a wall here no matter what because they can no longer touch. And I have to go around here, which means you cannot touch. Going to have to keep going around here. Actually, does it have to keep going? Nah, this guy's already reached his objective, but this guy keep going. And look at that. We create a wall. So now we know that this has to be X'd off. So then you can be a wall. Continue the path. Continue the path. Wait. Hold on. 6. Okay, we're good. Let's see. You can make 2 more. How about here and here? Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. This is fun. This is real fun. I like this one. This one's real fun. What else can I do? No. Don't want to do that as a wall. Yeah, it's not going to hurt anything. Might as well do that as a wall, and then I can create like this entire gap here. What does that do? That doesn't... That can help me complete this 4, which is good, because I do need walls there anyway. Continue the path this way. Yeah, but then look at you. You're going to hit like a bit of a really, really nasty dead end. And then I can't do shit about you. So making a wall there is a bad move. So instead I can make a wall here, which means I only need 1 wall here, which can help me like go up and around, you know? I don't know what it looks like, but I do have somewhat of an idea. I don't know where exactly it's going, but let me just say that if it was here, it's going to create some issues. So I think we gotta go... Oh no, but look at this 5 now. This 5 is nasty. This 5 is not letting me do anything. What's wrong with you? How dare you? Yeah, but I want... But what if I did this? Oh! Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Oh! What? I thought that fixed you. I thought that fixed you. What's wrong with you now? You need another one? Oh, you greedy pig. You greedy fucking bastard. Oh, man. To do. Oh, man. This was going so well. I could do this, but then, you know, I gotta do something like this. I mean, this does still... No, look at this. This immediately creates complications. Complications. But not anymore. It doesn't. Not anymore. 7's still good. I think everything is still good. Everything looks fine. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's complete. 6 can go somewhere. That's gotta be walled off. Let's go! Wait, what? This one's not working! Damn you, 6! Damn you to hell! Ugh! I thought I was there! And then this shit! Oh, but you can still... Never mind. You can still do it. Oh, wow. That was a good one. That was a good one. I do think that one did involve a little trial and error. But you know what? That's okay. Sometimes that's nanograms for you. Sometimes that's how you play certain puzzles. In fact, that's sometimes how I do Skidoo, like Sudoku, where you just like map out all the possible solutions and then you get a wrong solution, which limits you down to a different type of solution which you can lead to do later. Which is okay. You know, it's okay. Okay, first off, this 3, this bomb's not going this way, which means you're going this way, and then it means you're going this way. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I have a funny question. Can I do this and then... That's funny. I like that. That's funny. Okay, time to get serious. This can connect either way, but if it connects this way, then we're not going to be able to do all the walls. So in fact, it's connecting this way, and you're connecting this way. How about finish these twos here? Oh, I can't create any open gaps, so I think we gotta start by creating a pattern like this. Nice. There's going to be one wall between those, and there's going to be one wall between here and here. Oh, it's going to be 3 walls. Okay. Well, I just don't know which way it's going to go with this one. Because if it goes this way, then I'm immediately blocked into a solution that I can't get out of. How about this 5, though? Yeah, if it goes up, we're going to have issues. We got to do it this way. Oh, there's got to be one wall here, no matter what, so that's fine. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, there's like some dirt on my mouse pad. Just trying to get that off. Oh. Oh, never mind. My hand is just actually a little tingly. Maybe I need to scooch up further or sit on my leg. I have a condition where if I sit still or like I'm in the same position for too long, I'm going to start to feel cramps. So, just got to move around every now and then. Boom! Got it! I think I'll start with, these interesting ones with this. How is this cat getting hit? This way, or this way, which are not a problem for either. Yeah, it's not a problem for either of those, except this does occur, which means that this 2 is invalid and cannot destroy all of them. So in fact, this has to be walled off. That's very good to know, because now I can make this 2 go up this way, which will help me with here, and then this cat, actually that cat can still be hit similar ways, except now this 5 tells me that that's not going to be able to hit this way, so I gotta be prepared to put a wall here or here, which means that this and this are safe. Which means, yeah, you gotta go this way. Alright, very nice. What else? The 9? I don't know. Well, let me think about that 9, actually, because I do know I have to go through this way. Somehow. So, in fact, that has to be a wall, no matter what. Alright. What else can I do? This 5's got to obviously go down here no matter what. Ooh. If it goes here, then I instantly know where the R2 walls go. But then we kind of almost create some... No, that's still fine. Actually, let me start with the 7. Ooh, because now I gotta branch you out. So now the sections are still connected. And then I gotta help with this 1. What else? 9. So it's gonna be connected here or up here somehow. Very interesting dilemma. Okay, well there you go. That instantly tells you which way that these are going. That instantly tells you. Thank you. I was gonna be fiddling with that for a while. Alright. Alright. That's gotta be walled off. That's safe. That's gotta be walled off. What else? I don't know. Oh, how about this 3? 3 here. Oh, this 9 can be done. So there you go. That solves a bunch down here. And I don't know where those go, so that's just going to have to be a mystery for a while. 2. That's done. 4 can be complete. Gotta continue the path, so let me just do these walls here. And then I think that's good. Nice. That's a very funny thing to do. And look at this diagonal. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, there's also 2 sections. That's even more interesting. Because, like, if I tried something like this, and you gotta create a gap here, so you gotta, like, do, almost looks like some sort of, like, weird diagonal. Yeah, but then you see, like, how they're both in the diagonals, so... Yeah, it's like a double weird diagonal. That's gonna be kind of tricky to do. Oh man. Oh boy. Where to begin? I think I can begin with this one because you're noticing that's gonna like create 2 interesting paths. Like if I do this, then you gotta do this instantly, and then like you can continue this way for quite a bit. But first, you gotta create these walls here. And then there's going to be 1 wall here, so that's going to do that. Boom. Whoops. I'll be wall and wall in between there, which means doing this. There's going to be 1 wall in between there, so that's good. 1 wall in between there, which means this is safe. Alright, what are we doing to get this one? You, and to get to you, we are going to do this. Wall you off. 1 wall in between there, which is fine. 1 wall in between there. Okay. There's going to be 1 wall in between there. 2 here. Oh, wait, that's not right. Oh, this way. My bad. Okay, what else can I do? 1 wall, 1 wall. Actually, does that need to happen? No, that doesn't need to happen. I need to, like, keep these sectioned off as well. There's one thing I'm just noticing that might become a bit of a problem. I'll continue this path, but if this doesn't work, then that instantly tells me this bomb cannot hit this way. But I do know that since these is a sectional array, and if I put this, then those sections are instantly connected. So I need to sever those connections, which would work like this, and this. And this. There we go. That is how you continue. How else can I continue the connections? Here, gotta make sure they stay unconnected here and here. Unconnect here and here. And yeah, what do you know? Just guessed it right on the spot. That works. Awesome. Let us continue. I keep forgetting not to talk during those sections. I apologize. 9. I could do that here. That one's instantly already well. Oh! I should have actually just looked at that. That would really help. Ooh! And look, now we gotta do like a little snaking out. Nice. And then continue the path here. I don't know how this path is going to continue here, but it's going to make some interesting chain. So let me just like start with the obvious stuff. I can do 7. Whoops. I can do 6. I can do 8. I can do 8 again. I can do 8 again. I can do 8 again. No, I cannot. Because there has to be a hole. I don't know where. It's got to be somewhere. 8, 8. I don't know. 6? No. Oh no. I mean, I would imagine if this was Dungeons and Diagrams, I would do something like this. Dungeons and Diagrams, baby! Probably could have worked the other ways too. This bomb... hold on. You gotta think of one that could, like, instantly tell me something. Yeah, like this one. If I go this way, we block this entire route off instantly. Which means now I would either go completely straight this way. I can only go this way. There's gotta be a wall going this way. I don't know. Gotta be one wall in between all that, which means this is safe. What else can I do? Walls here. I mean, for the bomb at least. Alright. Boom. There we go. 4? I could do 4 there, yeah, that would work. 1? I don't know. I don't really know. Especially because, like, this 3. Well, actually, never mind. This 3 would have to instantly go here, so... yeah. One wall that goes in between here somewhere. I don't know where. One wall that go... actually, just finish that too. That works too. You know, that works. One more in between there somehow. 4. One more in between here somewhere. And the path can go out several ways too, so I have no idea like where it's going. Oh, I can do this 4. There you go. Just gotta define something, you know? Anything. Well, here's the interesting thing because there's 3. If this wasn't a wall, look what happens. That's illegal. There you go. Alright, what else? I don't know. I don't generally know right now. This 4. Gotta be one wall here and then one wall here. 6. I don't know about that one either. Can I do this 6? Yes, I can. Oh, and that there were 2 sections. I never noticed that. Okay. That is very convenient because now I can like build you out here. Ooh, and I can also do that too. 6. It's gonna be one non-wall around here somewhere. Oh, I can do this 4. There you go. And then finish you. Alright, that's that section completed. And if this isn't a wall, it's creating some weird problems here. So that's a wall. Snake it out this way. And then finish it there. Nice. It's very fun, especially with the ending of... why is this puzzle now unlocked? What if I beat this one? Will it unlock the next one? 3? Let's start with this one. This is the only way that you could instantly clear out the 3. And now I have to do some very interesting things right around here. And this is just to see if this idea works. I don't honestly know if it'll work. Alright. Block you. Oh, how is this cat getting hurt? Okay, so that idea would not work. Okay, that was cool. There you go. So that idea will not work. This bomb is not connected to that cat. How about this cat? Block you. I gotta block you. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I need to think about some of those, like, weirdly placed cats. Like, where are they getting hit? I did see something interesting, like if you place this wall here, it does like this whole chain. But does that instantly create any sort of problems? I don't know. I don't know. Block you. I know you can't go that way, so you're either going down or you're going here. So if you're not going that way, then this too means you have to get hit there. And in fact, I could have actually started the puzzle like this, instantly telling me that this is wrong. And now you can see that this also creates another dilemma, which means that... There we go! Look at this! Ooh, but this is also interesting because... Actually, no, this bomb had to hit this way. Oh, damn! That was the start. That's the start! Okay. Pretty dang sweet. Alright, let me just block off you. I don't know about you because it would depend on like where this four would go. Well actually it's gotta hit you, so block you, and it's gotta go this way. So there's gotta be a wall there somewhere. Ooh, that creates issues though, because now look at this. This four, it cannot go up because of this. So in fact it's gotta go this way, but then how do you complete the four? You can never complete the four. So this starting doesn't work either. It's just easier to do it that way. Yeah, but I already determined that this one can't connect to that cat, so it has to be this one. So what did I, like, draw something poorly? No? Maybe? How's this cat getting hit? It's only getting hit via this bomb. And then I block you off. No, this is still working. This can still work. Which means I block you off. Hit this cat this way. Gonna be a wall here. Block you off, which means... No, you can get hit either. Actually, no. You gotta get hit here. Which means I block you, and I can do this. Boom. There is our starting. Our true starting. Alright. This six cannot be done. No. It was a fun idea, though. It was a fun idea to try and do that. Oh, move my mouse pad. There's gotta be one wall between here. 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 4. Oh, now the sections is where this is all gonna come into play. Because I gotta section this off. Okay, so first thing I notice is that this is a section, so I gotta block you here. Where else is a section? Oh, this is immediately a fail. Because this star is now connected through to this star. Via the... Oh, wait, no, it's not a fail yet. Okay, but it will be if that's there or that's there. That can't go there. This can't go here or here. Okay, this is really fun. I'm now starting to see all the appeal that this has to offer. And it's not as hard as you think it is. You just need to have like a bit of some like a mapping strategy with you. Nice. Alright, that section's complete. So now let me just continue to block you off from that section. Actually, you are safe there. Oh, but you actually finished it either way, so there you go. That's good. Continue any walls. You can't be connected there, so there you go. Can't be connected here or here. Nice. It did not unlock a new level. Interesting. So what is this about? I'm not going to do this one. I'm just curious. What is this one about then? Solve this puzzle to unlock the next row? Oh. We got question marks. In fact, I remember seeing this as well in the game, which means the person I watched the video on, they skipped a bunch of the puzzles. So you're seeing the whole shebang. Okay. We didn't do anything with that, so we'll just get to that one later. It's fine. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I gotta branch you out this way. Send lakes. You have to do this. 6. 6 cannot be done. 6. 7 can. Six can be done now. And this 6. This 6 can be done. I don't know how else to explain it to you. It's all those years that I played Dungeons and Diagrams that have led me to be able to do this. Nope, that one doesn't need to be done. Boom. Oh, yeah. Next one. Okay. 7, 4, 7. How about this 6? How's this 6 going? I wear. You gotta explode you. In fact, yeah, I gotta explode you. Gotta explode you. Gotta explode you. And then this is where it gets testy. Because I can only destroy one more, so it's one or the other. In fact, this one says that it's going to be one of these no matter what, which means one of these is going sideways. So, here's the real idea. If this explodes this way, I got a block here, which means I have to get both of them, which is an invalid solution, which means, ergo, this goes there, this goes here, you get blocked, you get exploded here, there's going to be a block here. So just create safe spots there. Explode you. Safe. Boom. That's how you start the puzzle. Now just gotta figure out how to finish it off with the rest of the walls. Well, I know that there's going to be one wall around here no matter what. There's going to be one wall here, so in fact I will start by doing this safe spots. 5, can that be done? No, it's close though. Oh, this 7 can be done. There you go. That's where you start the whole thing. What else? Oh, this one's done. Oh, this 7 cannot be complete. Cool. This one is done. 4. 7. Look at that little dead end area. That's fun. Cool. What else? 5. Then stops you guys. And then I gotta block you off. There you go. Fun. Very, very fun. Feel like the simplest thing is with this 4. Only one of those is not a wall. And I would assume doing something stupid like this would create a whole ton of issues, so let's just start with that. Oh, maybe not. It would be hilarious if this was the solution. It would be downright hilarious if this was indeed the solution. There is no... Is this seriously the solution? It's still going. What is happening? Did I seriously solve it that quickly? No. No, there's gotta be more to this. There's gotta be more to this. Is there? Is there? Yeah, there it is. I knew it was too easy. Look at the center. That is an entire new section which we just created, which creates some fabulous non-section, which means this solution is invalid, which means 3, 2, 1, kablam. We have to start over, which means that is a wall no matter what you do. So now I think the simplest idea is to continue something like that, except decide which way this bomb will go and figure out all of its consequences. Okay. Well, I gotta branch you out. Oh, which then creates some sort of weird chain reaction. And actually, no, you can go out this way now, which is even more interesting. Yeah, especially now because of this, you have to go out this way. Oh man, this one is downright cool. Look at the chain reactions that are going off. And look at this, we've already failed the puzzle yet again. Which means that this is not the way you start it. 3, 2, 1, kablam. And there it is, one more idea tested. Let's try this one. Interestingly enough, I do know that this bomb now is to connect to this cat no matter what we do. So maybe that can actually help us more than you think. It actually can. Look at this. Ooh, how very fascinating. Very, very fascinating. That's awesome. That is just awesome. Oh, look at that. And now, which way is it going to go? It's got to go one way or there, which means this can never explode that way. Ooh, there you go. There you go, folks. There you go. This bomb cannot do anything. Wait, what? What do you mean it cannot do anything? Did I do... Must have done something wrong. Because we know for a fact that's got to go there. So what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I didn't get it. What did I do wrong last time? Everything was working. Is it because I put it on you the wrong way? Oh yeah, because like we don't know what's this number. So like you could literally do this. Okay. Alright, maybe there's a solution to this. Well, how about this bomb? Because if I go here, this too is overwhelmed, which means this is safe. That is blocked off here, which means you're going this way or this way. Alright, that's one thing we can do. In fact, we can repeat the same pattern here, which is now probably going to help us a lot more at the top. Yes, indeedy it does. Okay, so it was my bad for doing a wrong start. Okay. And then we have this entire area. Well, let's just start with like this. Like you gotta connect them. And then you gotta continue this path out of here. Which means this 4... No, I don't know what this 4 can do. I don't know. There you go. And then how to complete the 4 is like this. And then you gotta get this section out this way, which means you gotta make something else going in. So put these walls here. There you go. It's all coming up. It's all coming together. Just a bit amazing around and back. And yep, only one wall can be placed there and there. I don't know how to determine it, so probably let's finish this one off. There you go. Awesome. Still very confused what the corner number's about with the less than 3. This cat's gotta get bombed this way. Ah, this 2 is underwhelmed. Ergo, that was wrong. So that cat is getting exploded this way. What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong with this? I think I gotta restart this. It's fine though, because like I already know based on facts this goes here. So I can just like solve the rest of this with no dilemmas. So, okay, now it's time to play the sections a little more carefully. This is one section, so you cannot touch here, you cannot touch here, you cannot touch here, you cannot touch this section here. I'm just going to finish with those walls first, just to make this easier. You cannot touch this here, you cannot touch this. Actually, this one is a no section, so that's fine. But you, on the other hand, cannot touch this section here. And that's everything. So let me just finish with these X's here. Branch that there. There. X's here. Oh, and these X's here. Okay. So now that you're a section, you can now officially not touch here. And let's see. Where else? This section cannot connect to this section here. This is a connected section. You cannot touch here. You cannot touch going to this section here. That is in no one's space, so that is a free to grab spot. And I think that's all the connected areas they could touch. So let me just continue off with those grade off numbers, and I think that's everything. So what else is there now that can touch? I don't see anything. I honestly don't see anything. I know that sections still have to, like, you know, be finished off, but I don't see anything. So it seems like either you're going to touch this spot or this section's going to touch that spot. So instantly that means the wall would have to go here. Oh, so this is a new type of an idea, because now these are automatically X's, and now we create some sort of dilemma. Because if you put an X right here, you touch, and that's where I went wrong last time. So this is instead a wall, which means that you are connected via that section. Okay, so that's what we did wrong last time. That's what we did wrong last time. Now, what else is there to note? How about this 3? Yeah, let's see. This is a section that cannot touch here or here. And that is all of those spots. You still gotta finish this space here, and then you gotta finish this here. Looks like you can only do one wall here. Looks like you can do 2 walls here, but only one in this area. What I'm very curious about is why not just finish like, oh, how about this 5? Boom, there you go. That, okay. So there was a wrong way. That is why that was wrong as well. Alright, you have to do it off of the bigger numbers to finish their totals. Okay. There you go. That was a little bit of a trickier one, but it's still quite fun. We're almost done. There is no sections, but what is interesting is that these have to go to a different section. And one thing I'm noticing is it would be easiest just to connect this one this way, and this one this way. But what I'm curious about is if that is wrong. Because another thing I'm starting to notice is this right here. And avoid these from touching, because I know that they have to be different sections. Avoid them touching again. But now that's where we connect them. Now, funny thing is, could I still go that way? Yeah, like this is still possible to go that way. Like this doesn't determine which way they're going to go. Except maybe via doing something with the 5s. This 5. How about this 6? No, this 6 can't be done. This 6? This 6 can be done. There we go. Okay, so now I know that this is going to have to be walled off from you from getting there. So I think I can just start by doing that, right? I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Because, like, this could extend this way. I don't know. 1? Yeah, I don't know. Because, like, you could still go this way so very easily. And instead of going this way, like... Yeah, there's, like, no telling which way to go yet. Well, I do need this to come out, so I can immediately start with that. And that's why I was seeing the 5. Because now I can also do this, but... I can go this way so easily, and then go this way, and then that would solve this number, and then it would solve this 2 here. However... I don't think that's right, and here's why. These 6s, especially this 6, because there are only 4 walls already, which means I need 2 more, tell me that if I decide... Oh, wait, but only one of them's going that way. Never mind. It tells me nothing. It tells me nothing. 6, 5, 5, 3... I really do, the more I think about it, think that it's not going this way. I'm just going to try this method. And, like, totally be honest with you. That I honestly think this is the way you're supposed to do it. I knew it! It fit too perfectly! It fit too perfectly. I'm sure you could probably still try it the other way, but it might either create one problem with the bigger numbers, or it would have just, I don't know, been really hard to line up everything. But it just seemed like it worked that way. I don't know any way to tell you besides that I just envisioned it to look that way, and I just tried it, and it automatically works. Sometimes you just got trial and error. 8. Alright, let's section you off. Gotta be one wall here, one wall here. 8. I don't know how this 8 is gonna do anything. Okay, here's something I instantly noticed because of the 5. If this bomb is going up, not enough walls. If this bomb's going down, not enough walls. which means it's going to go to this cat or this cat. Okay. Which means this cat's only going to be destroyed via this bomb. So, what else to do with that? How about this cat? This bomb. And then maybe something can else help me out with this? How about this wall, one wall here? Because one thing I do notice is if I did something like, let's say, go out here, then you can notice that I'm going to have to create either this to do this wall, connect these guys, or the other thing is, this could never be exploded that way. That immediately doesn't tell me anything else, except maybe that this bomb would have to go this way, and then you would have to go there. I don't know. How about the simple idea with this 4? Sometimes I just see things like that and I just want to try it. But you know, sometimes that does actually just help you solve the puzzle. Funny enough, sometimes it actually just does that simply enough. One wall is going here. Okay. One wall is going here. Wall that off. One wall in between there. One wall in between there. One wall in between there. One wall in between. I don't know where, however. I do not know where. Sections are not connected, so maybe that's probably why I thought that 4 would go there. How about this? I can do that, and it works. This doesn't help anything. Oh, there's gotta be a wall in between somewhere here, so... Ah, here's something interesting. This is going to be one section with this little diamond. Or did I call it a star? I think I called it a star last time. So yeah, that star has these entire cats with those bombs with those section. These. And then this is that one. And then this is the final section. Yeah, and that has to be done. Oh, this 8 can now be complete. What am I doing? I don't know. There's gotta be one wall here. I do know that there has to be at least one wall in between these guys. There's gotta be one wall in between here. I know that you're not going to be able to connect here or here. So... 5? 3? Oh, 3 can be done. No, it cannot be done. I thought it could. Actually, yes, it can, because 7 can be done. There you go. And now I just need to keep these sections apart. Like that. Alright. I know for a fact that one of those has to be a wall in between. There's going to be one wall in there somewhere. I don't know where. Is it going to section it continuing this way? I don't know. I know there's going to be one wall here and one wall here. One wall here, one wall here. Ooh, I can do this one. Because now I can section you off here and this way. Okay. Now that is interesting. Because, like, it's going to create some weird section back here. Actually, no, it's not. Because there is, like, no problems to this area that you could create. It is an interesting looking section, though, is all I can say. It's interesting. 3, 4, 3, 3. One wall here. You gotta section these off. One wall here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know how it is to do. Oh, maybe there's 5. Boom. Oh, this 8's done. I'm blind. I'm blind. Sometimes it just takes a while to see these things, because now I can do this here, and there, those sections are blocked. I don't know about, oh, 3, okay. I can do the 4. There you go. I don't know why that takes me sometimes so long to find. I think it's because I've been doing these too long. Oh, very fascinating.